Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. Today we have a new story for you, with a twisted ending that OP didn't expect, and honestly, neither do I. Am I the idiot calling my mom's fiancé a creep? I, male 17, had been going through pretty rough months in my family. There was tension between my mom and dad, they weren't talking to each other, and when they did, it was only to fight. After months of constant fighting, they decided to get divorced. That was 2 years ago, and not gonna lie, when they divorced, the one who suffered the most was my dad. He never put on a sad face when he was with us, but I could hear him cry in his room when he thought we were asleep. For the record, I am the youngest and I have a brother, 19 male, and a sister, 20 female. After this, the fighting didn't stop, so now they fight for which of us loves them more. If I am honest, my siblings and I are inclined with my dad. He has always taken good care of us, helps us through everything, and he listens to us. Different than my mom, who has never been there have always been more important things to attend to or pay attention to, rather than us. I never mind it, since my dad was always there. My mom is a pretty important lawyer in our city. Meanwhile, my dad has a PhD in physics and works as a college professor. After their divorce, we stayed with my dad. We see my mom like 1 day per week, and only if she has time. We kinda never see her, because she always reschedules. A few months ago, my mom told us she was going to get married to this dude, who we had never seen. His name is Richard, but asked us to call him Rick. She said we all should get along, but since then, it has been a nightmare. Don't get me wrong, he is cool I guess, but I do find him a bit odd. He always tries to spend his time with me, and buys me stuff like clothes, books, etc. He even asks me when I'm available, so we can have dinner. I mean, I'm polite towards him, but I just can't connect with him. I feel like it's a forced relationship, and he is not like that with my other siblings. Well, my dad too, he is civil towards him, but there's definitely tension between them. Last week, my brother wanted to try a new recipe. He loves cooking, so he invited my mom and Rick. At first, we were surprised my mom and dad kept civil with each other. We were having a nice conversation, but Rick kept complimenting us, specifically me, that I was an incredible person, very smart, blah, blah. My dad agreed, but this dude kept insisting we were so much alike, and that by spending so much time with him, he considers me already his son. That definitely hurt my dad, and I just lost it. I told him to leave me alone. He was being a creep. Then my dad told me to not call Rick names, and so did my mom. She told me that I was being a brat, and that I should behave, because Rick will be part of my family and another parental figure to me. I said he wouldn't, and that I won't go to her wedding if she marries a creep like him. I stormed off and went to my room. My siblings don't think I am in the wrong here, but my mom insists I was a spoiled brat and I should apologize to Rick. Am I the idiot? OP also gives more info in the comments. Info: any particular reason why Rick wants to spend more time with you? Not that I know of, he's just there, constantly wanting to be with me. That's why you called him a creep. How often does he try to contact you? Considering you only ever see your mom once a week, maximum if she can be bothered. Well, at first we only saw my mom at least 1 day, as I said. Now it's like 2 or 3 days per week for, quote, bonding. He doesn't know my number, and nor does my mom. If she wants to see us, she talks to my dad, so I wouldn't know if he has tried to call me or sent me a text. Info: how long has your mom known Richard? Could he be your bio dad from a previous affair? Damn, I don't know. When we met they never mentioned it and we never asked, since we simply didn't care. I guess it has to be more than 10 months, because that's the time they've been engaged. Edit. Damn, I only came here to find out if I was in the wrong. I just don't know what to say to you. I added the quotation marks to be sarcastic, since I don't think we look so alike as he says. Now you really have me worried and wondering. Edit 2. So, I didn't want to address this with my dad right away, so I consulted in first, my sister. She's the most intelligent person I know, so I asked her. She had the same feeling as me, that Rick was getting way too close to me, and in comparison to her, he is stone cold. Now every time Rick wants to spend time with me, they'll be there too, and in Leo, my brother. And just like you guys, she asked me to talk to my dad. I did, I sat with my dad and told him about everything, that I didn't feel comfortable around Rick anymore. I appreciated all the effort, but he was pushing way too hard my boundaries. And, like you advised, if mom doesn't understand that she can't force a relationship with an actual stranger on me, then I'd rather stop seeing her. My dad understood. He asked me to forgive him for not knowing my feelings toward Rick. He did say that Rick is trying the best he can to get to know each one of us, but he has no say on when we should open up to him or to act like a stalker. He said he'll talk to them, but I told him I'd rather do it, since mom may act like I am not being serious or worse. We'll have dinner with them, and Leo and I, next Wednesday, so wish me luck. Well, good luck OP. In my opinion, this situation that OP is going through, it's very difficult. With his parents' divorce and the restructuring of his family, in addition to the whole process of the end of adolescence and the beginning of his adult life, it is a lot to handle. And now all of a sudden, this guy it's in his life. Not by his choice, a guy that he only knows for like 5 minutes, and not only acts like OP's BFF, but also wants OP to accept him like a father figure. What the hell? Not the idiot OP, maybe you could have chosen a better way to express your displeasure with the whole situation, but you were definitely not wrong when you said that you were uncomfortable with all this uninvited attention from your mom's fiancé, aka Rick. Look, the guy may have the best intentions towards OP, but the way he's doing it is making OP feel really uncomfortable. Your sister was right, and you did the right thing by talking to your dad. I just really hope the conversation with your mom goes this well. Good luck OP. And what do guys think of this situation? What would you do if you were OP? Do you think he went too far on how he spoke to Rick? Do you think he overreacted? Or would you have done the same? Don't forget to leave your thoughts down below. Now let's see what the comments say before going to the update. Not the idiot, you and your sibling might consider seeing your parents separately, instead of having your father and the two of them visit at the same time. Not the idiot, and Rick will not be a parental figure to you. Heck, your mom is barely a parental figure. No idiots here, it sounds like Rick is trying too hard to connect with you. He needs to chill and stop trying to force it. You were wrong to lash out, but he was wrong to imply he'd be your father, since you are almost an adult, and you already have a father. Ultimately, Rick is the adult, so if anyone is the idiot, it is him. It sounds like your parents, Rick, and you should sit down and establish some boundaries for your relationship. You should try to give Rick a chance, if he is willing to back off and be reasonable about how long it takes to build a relationship. Not the idiot, no need to apologize. Your mom and Rick cannot push you to have a parental relationship with him. Considering you are 17, it's definitely not going to happen. It's suspicious how much more time Rick is spending with you, buying you stuff, scheduling dinners with you, and kind of trying to buy your affection. Maybe he thinks you are young, and therefore, more influenced by material things. Your mom clearly has distanced herself from all three of you, by constantly canceling on the once-a-week meeting. Why is Rick then keen on developing a relationship only with you? How long has your mom known Rick? Has she been working with him for many years? Not the idiot, always trust your gut, our instincts know creeps when we meet them. He won't be family, just your mother's husband. At 17, they cannot force you to see people you don't want to, and that includes your mom. She would have to go to court to try to force you, and the judge would take your feelings into account. Not the idiot. So the guy is extra attentive to you in a very creepy way, and not towards your siblings. He's trying to force a relationship with you and you've declined. This guy sounds like he's trying to groom you or something, and it's gross. But your mom sees nothing wrong with his actions? Even grosser. While I think you could have addressed him in a different way, you are absolutely not the idiot. OP doesn't know how long mom has been with Rick. Maybe mom hasn't been faithful to dad since, maybe 17 years ago? And what about you guys? Do you agree with the comments? Would you advise something else to OP on how to deal with this situation? What do you think is the reason for Rick's behavior towards OP, but not towards his siblings? Do you have any guesses? Leave your comments. Now let's go to the update. Oh, and I hope you are enjoying the video so far. If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications to know when a new video is out. Now let's go to the update. Update, am I the idiot for calling my mom's fiancé a creep? Hi, so this has been a wild week, and I wanted to thank your comments and suggestions, they helped me through this. As I said in my last edit, we went to dinner. At first everything was silent, but then I broke the ice by thanking my mom and Rick for spending time with us, and that we should discuss important matters. I didn't know about this, but my mom has been awful too, and in Leo this week, they addressed that if she wants us to be part of her life, then some changes should be made. After they established their points, it was my turn. I started by stating Rick's presence has been bothering me since day one. Even if I should have said something about it, it didn't justify his behavior. I appreciate the effort, but he has crossed my boundaries, and even if I am willing to have a relationship as friends with him, I would not offer that option anymore if he continues this way. Also, I'll soon be an adult, so I don't need a parental figure, I already have one. Then pointed out that my mom was allowing this kind of behavior and it is wrong. If she is not willing to act as a parent and understand my feelings, not only mine, but my siblings too, then we'd rather cut our losses. My mom tried to justify her actions. Rick told her to shut up and listen to us. She stormed out of the restaurant, but he stayed. He looked sad and apologizes for all this. He didn't mean for this to happen. He asked Ann and Leo if they could give us some space, so he and I could talk. Leo grabbed me, but Ann gave him a look, so he let go of me and went to a close table. Rick apologized again, saying he is not like that, and that the feeling he might not connect with me took out the best on him. Then he told me he is my bio dad. Oh boy. My mom was supposed to tell me today, but she cowardly left. He doesn't expect me to accept him in my life, but if I ever want to know him or need anything, he'll always be there. When we came back home, I asked my dad. He hugged me and told me everything he knew about it. The thing is, they didn't know who was my actual father. The reason my parents divorced was because my mom cheated on him, and after she broke up with Rick, she was pregnant with me. My dad suspected it, but never confirmed it. When they divorced, my mom out of rage told him I wasn't his son. Then Rick contacted him to talk about it. He told me, however, I feel it's okay, I shouldn't feel pressured to act in a certain way. If I want to get tested, he'll help me, and no matter what that paper says, his love for me won't change. I'll always be his son. I'm not sure how to feel, but I asked Rick to give me space, so I could think about all of this. I also asked my dad if we could just simply be out of our mom's life. I don't want to be involved with her, and neither does my siblings. If I am honest, I don't know if I ever want to get tested, or the least allow Rick to be part of my life. But I feel grateful for the family I have, and all the support and love my dad and siblings have been giving to me. That's all I have for you. Edit. Hi, thank you for all your comments and even the funny ones. Y'all made me smile, and I guess I needed that. I can't express how y'all have helped me to appreciate the family I already have and how blood does not equals family. Thank you again for that. I wish I had answers for your questions related to the reason of my existence. As I said, I haven't talked to Rick since that night, and I guess I didn't have the courage to ask. This whole thing has drained me, and I am not sure if I even want to know. Guess that would only make things worse. I mean, the perception I have of my mom, as if it wasn't as bad as it is now, and also in terms of Rick. If she lied to him or not, or why he neglected me for years. For the moment, I don't want to know. I don't think it will add something meaningful to me. So I guess I'd leave it like that for now. One thing I may be doing, it's getting tested to have a complete medical record. So thank you again for your comments, they really have impacted me, some even made me cry happy tears. Info, did he know you were his son all this time? How does he explain abandoning you all this time? And if not, how can he be with your mother after she did this? Your dad sounds incredible, I'm so glad for him he is free of your mother. He sounds like a great man and deserves so much more, as do you. I don't know, the last time we talked was that night. He mostly talked about how sorry he was, and how he would like to know me. That's when I told him I needed time to think. Being honest, I was dizzy and I couldn't say or think more than that, and I am not sure if I even want to ask that kind of questions. DNA doesn't define a parent, no matter if you are raised by 2 women, 2 men, 1 man, 1 woman, or 1 parent that is not yours biologically. Your dad was here to take care of you, even if he knew there was a risk you wouldn't be his. He never let you feel it, never treated you differently. He was there for your good and bad times, when you were fussy, when you were sick, when you were sad, changed your diapers and scolded you when you were out of the line. He will be the one who will help you do your groom's speech at your wedding, and one day will tell how naughty you were to your kids, when you will try to forbid them the things you wanted to do yourself at their age. He seems to be an incredible man, and good dads are rare diamonds we need to protect. Rick is a, quote, victim if you didn't know your mother was married, but you don't know him anything. And I wouldn't trust your mother not to try to push you into a relationship with Rick if one day you reconnect. Save yourself, and protect this amazing circle you have, if Rick isn't the guy who is worth to break it. You're loved, not the idiot. Damn, I cried with this one, thank you so much. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect this outcome. I know that people in the comments were suspecting that this may be the reason why the guy was acting like this. But I really just thought it was a situation where the mom's new boyfriend wanted to win over her kids, and he just thought OP was the easiest to connect of the three. But wow, mom really messed things up here. I'm so sorry OP, I'm sorry your mom made such a big mess of your life. It sucks. Normally I would say, at least now you know the truth, but I don't know if that's a truth you would ever want to know. I'm really sorry. Oh, but I got a little confused by the timeline of OP's mom's affair. He said that the parents got divorced because the mom cheated on the dad with Rick. But does he mean because of the cheating that happened 17 years ago, the one which led to OP's conception? Or did his mom cheat on her husband again with Rick now? It's like, she had an affair 17 years ago, her husband took her back, then years later he still couldn't get over the affair and finally asks for a divorce? And then after all these years, she gets back with Rick? Or did she have a new affair with Rick now and that's what led to the end of the marriage for good? Well, I don't know, but either way, the situation OP finds himself in sucks. But like he said, I'm glad he still has his family, who are by his side and always will be. And what did you guys think of the update? Did you expect this outcome? Don't forget to leave your thoughts down below. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, go watch the video that is appearing on the screen right now or click on one of our playlists that are in the description to watch more videos. Until next time.